Good morning everyone. In the last session we discussed regarding the cyclic structure of glucose as well as the Haworth structure for glucose and fructose. Today in this session we discuss regarding the disaccharides. What are disaccharides? Carbohydrates on hydrolysis produces two monosaccharide units is known as disaccharides. What are disaccharides? These are the carbohydrates produces two monosaccharide units. Here the two monosaccharide units may be same or it may be different. Hydrolysis may take in presence of the dilute acids or it may take in presence of an enzyme. First disaccharide we discuss regarding the sucrose. Sucrose, it is mainly found in sugarcane juice. Hence, sucrose is known as cane sugar. Since it is present in sugarcane juice, it is known as cane sugar. Sucrose is also known as invert sugar. Another name for sucrose is invert sugar. Sucrose, its molecular formula is C12H22O11. Sucrose, molecular formula is C12H22O11. Sucrose on hydrolysis in presence of sucrase enzyme. It may be sucrase or invertase. Sucrose undergoes hydrolysis in presence of sucrase or invertase enzyme to produce equal amount of glucose and fructose. Both are having same formula C6H12O6, but their structural formula is different. Here they produce alpha D plus glucose sucrase or invertase enzyme. They produce alpha D plus glucose and beta D minus fructose. Beta D minus fructose. Both are present in equal amount. Alpha D glucose and beta D minus fructose. Glucose, it is having plus sign, indicates it is dextrorotatory. Fructose is having minus sign, it indicates it is levorotatory. Sucrose, it is a non-reducing sugar. It does not contain the free aldehydic or a free ketonic group. Since the free aldehydic as well as free ketonic group, they are involved in the formation of a glycosidic linkage. Hence, sucrose is a non-reducing sugar. Let us see the structure of sucrose. Haworth structure for sucrose. Haworth structure of sucrose. It is made up of alpha D plus glucose and beta D minus fructose. In the last session I discussed regarding the structures of alpha D glucose as well as beta D minus fructose. First we had to put the alpha D plus glucose. Alpha D plus glucose, you know that it is having the pyranose structure. Hence we call it as glucopyranose. and below we have to write the structure for the fructose. Fructose, you know that it is having a furanose structure, 5-membered structure. Here this is alpha D plus glucopyranose. Alpha, it is having first carbon H OH, second carbon it is having H OH, third carbon, this is second, third, 4, this is 5, and here above will be 6. Third carbon it will be OH, H, fourth carbon will be H, OH, fifth carbon we have to write H below, and above we have to write it as CH2OH. Above we have to write CH2OH. This is the sixth carbon atom. Similarly for fructose, this is beta D minus fructose. It is in terms of furanose structure, furanose. It is having first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, this is fourth carbon, and above you get the fifth one. Fourth. Here it is CH2OH will be the fifth carbon. Here it is having OH, first, second CH2OH, third, this is fourth, 5, and this is the sixth carbon. OH, CH2OH, OH, H, H, and OH. This is the structure of beta D minus fructofuranose. Here the OH group at C1 carbon atom will link with the OH group of C2 carbon atom. Between this OH, there is a elimination of water molecules takes place. After removal of water molecule, what remains here? Only oxygen remains. H2O, water is removed. C1, C2, alpha, beta, glycosidic linkage is obtained. So similarly, it will form the same structure. I can write the Haworth structure, this one. Pyranose structure for glucose and the furanose structure for the fructose. So between these there is a formation of glycosidic linkage takes place with the elimination of a water molecule. Water molecule is removed. Remaining is only one oxygen. Remaining we have to write the same. This is first carbon atom. Here first, and this is the second, third, fourth, 5, and here comes the sixth. First carbon atom, it is having H. Second carbon atom H, OH. Third we have to represent OH, H. Fourth is H, OH. While writing you have to remember the bond should be attached to the oxygen, not to the hydrogen or in between. Last comes here the sixth one, HCH2OH. First carbon is having CH2OH. Third OH, H. Fourth is H, OH. Fifth carbon will be H, and above this comes here CH2OH is the sixth carbon. This is the Haworth structure for the sucrose. It is having a glycosidic linkage. The glycosidic linkage is obtained by C1 carbon atom of alpha glucose will form a glycosidic linkage with C2 carbon of fructose. Since it is alpha form and fructose is beta form, hence this glycosidic linkage from C1 to C2 carbon, it will form alpha beta glycosidic linkage. Alpha comma beta glycosidic linkage, where the glycosidic linkage is formed between C1 of glucose, alpha glucose with C2 of beta fructose. Hence, it will form C1C2 alpha beta glycosidic linkage in case of sucrose. This is the Haworth structure for sucrose. In the exam, you get for 2 marks. If you observe here, first carbon is linked with the second carbon. If you see open chain structure of glucose, at the first carbon there was a CHO, and for the second carbon there was a ketonic group. CHO of the glucose is formed a glycosidic linkage with the second carbon where there was a ketonic group. Since CHO of glucose and carbonyl group, ketonic group of the fructose, it is forms a glycosidic linkage. There is no any free aldehydic or ketonic group. Hence, sucrose acts as a non-reducing sugar. Here, this sucrose, it is also known as invert sugar. Why we call this sucrose as invert sugar means, here sucrose, if we see the sucrose, initially it is dextrorotatory, it is having plus sign. Sucrose on hydrolysis produces alpha D plus glucose. This is also glucose is dextrorotatory, but what about the fructose? Fructose is levorotatory. Sucrose initially was having a positive sign, it is dextrorotatory, but on hydrolysis produces dextrorotatory glucose and levorotatory fructose. Here it makes an angle for glucose is 52.5 degrees angle, whereas for the fructose it will form an angle of 92.4. Among this, which is more dominant here, the fructose is more dominant, it will form an angle of 92.4 degree. It rotates with an angle of 92.4 degree. Since the fructose is more dominant, the sucrose, which was dextrorotatory initially, on hydrolysis it converts the sign as negative. It converts from dextrorotatory to levorotatory. There is a inversion takes place, reverse takes place. Hence, this sugar is known as invert sugar. You get in the exam compulsory the Haworth structure of sucrose, maltose, lactose. One among these three, with this you can accept even glucose and fructose. Out of these 5, you get 1 mark for the 2 marks question, and you may get 1 mark for what is invert sugar. Why it is sucrose is known as invert sugar? Why it is known as sucrose invert sugar? Because the sucrose initially was a dextrorotatory, but on hydrolysis produces dextrorotatory glucose and levorotatory fructose. Since the dominant is the fructose with 92.4 degree with a levorotatory, hence the sign changes of the sucrose from plus to minus. There is a inversion takes place, a reverse takes place. Hence, we call this sugar as sucrose as an invert sugar. Where the glycosidic linkage takes place, C1 to C2 alpha beta glycosidic linkage takes place between the alpha D plus glucose and beta D minus fructose. This is the first disaccharide. Hydrolysis may take place in presence of enzyme, or it may take place in presence of dilute acids. Any one it can happen. After this sucrose, next comes here the maltose. Maltose, it is having a formula of C12H22O11. Maltose on hydrolysis in presence of maltase enzyme forms 2 alpha glucose units. Form 2 alpha glucose units. Here they are alpha D plus glucose units. Alpha D plus glucose units. Here this maltose, it is also known as malt sugar. Since it is present in malt, it is known as malt sugar. 2 alpha D glucose units are obtained. Let us write here the Haworth structure. This is 1 alpha glucose unit. This is another alpha glucose unit. Alpha D plus glucose units. This is alpha D plus glucose units. This is alpha D plus glucose units. Here the numbering starts from here 1. It is having alpha, it is having H, OH, H, OH. On the third it will be OH, H. Fourth carbon will be H, OH. Fifth will be H and sixth will be CH2OH. This is alpha D plus glucose. Same we had to write here, but numbering start from this 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 5 and this comes here the 6, CH2OH. First carbon H, OH, second carbon H, OH, third will be OH, H, fourth will form H, OH, fifth will be H and CH2OH. Here in case of maltose, it will form C1C4. C1 of one glucose unit, it will form a linkage with C4 of another glucose units. OH, OH, among these 2 hydroxyl group, there is a removal of water molecule takes place, the remaining is 1 oxygen. It will form a C1C4 alpha glycosidic linkage. C1 of 1 alpha D glucose will link with another unit of alpha D glucose by C1C4. Since both are alpha here, C1C4, what type of glycosidic linkage it is? C1C4 alpha glycosidic linkage. Here in case of the maltose, it will form C1C4 alpha glycosidic linkage. If you observe the first carbon atom of 1 alpha glucose unit, it is in the form of CHOH. If you see the first carbon in open chain structure, it was a CHO. This CHOH, it will convert into CHO. First carbon, it is having an aldehydic group. In its free state, it will form aldehydic group. Similarly, it rearranges itself and forms a aldehydic group. Since the first carbon of one glucose unit forms a aldehydic group, free aldehydic group, hence maltose acts as a reducing sugar. It reduces tolerance as well as the Fehling solutions. Hence, maltose is a What type of sugar? It is a reducing sugar. Why it is reducing sugar here? Because the first carbon atom here it rearranges itself to form an aldehydic group. Hence maltose acts as a reducing sugar. Whereas in case of sucrose it was non-reducing sugar because there was no any free aldehydic or a ketonic group. This is the Haworth structure of maltose. Here instead of alpha it may be, here if beta is there means how you will write? Instead of HOH we have to represent first carbon as OHH. This is the difference between the alpha and beta glucose units. So it will form alpha glucose. C1C4 alpha glycosidic linkage is obtained in case of maltose. After maltose, next comes here the lactose. Lactose, it is also known as the milk sugar. Lactose is commonly known as milk sugar. The word itself indicates milk sugar means this lactose is present in the milk, hence it is known as milk sugar. Lactose, it is a disaccharide having a formula C12H22O11. Lactose on hydrolysis. Here hydrolysis may take place in presence of enzyme or it may be the dilute acids, any one it can take place. It takes place in presence of lactase as an enzyme to form beta D plus galactose, beta D plus galactose and beta D plus glucose, beta D plus glucose. This lactose, it is also known as a reducing sugar. Let us write the Haworth structure, beta D plus galactose. It is having a pyranose structure. First we have to write, remember first we have to write beta D plus galactose. And next we have to represent here this is beta D plus glucose, beta D plus glucose. Both are having pyranose structure. You know, just now we have written alpha glucose. What was the structure for alpha glucose? Just now Haworth structure we have written 3rd, 4, 5 and last here it was 6. For alpha it was H and OH. H was above and OH was below at first carbon atom. Here it is reverse. OH, H, remaining is all same. There is a change in configuration takes place at C1 carbon atom. Hence we call such as monosaccharides as anomers. HOH was alpha, OHH is the beta D plus glucose. Second carbon same HOH, third will be OHH, fourth will be HOH and fifth will be H, above will be the sixth will be CH2OH. This is the beta D plus glucose. But in the earlier class we have not studied regarding the galactose. What was the structure for the galactose? Here if you write the beta D plus glucose, same will be here. First carbon also same as that of the this glucose, beta D glucose 4, 5. Here exactly it will be same with that of the beta D plus glucose. Only there will be change in the fourth carbon atom. In fourth carbon atom here it is HOH is there in case of beta D plus glucose. In case of galactose at fourth carbon atom, it will be instead of HOH it will be OHH. This is the difference between the beta D plus glucose and beta D plus galactose. Remaining all are same. OHH, second carbon will be HOH, third carbon is having OHH, fourth is OHH, fifth carbon it is H, and sixth carbon it is CH2OH. Here the glycosidic linkage takes place between C1 carbon atom of beta D galactose with C4 carbon atom of beta D plus glucose. C1 C4 beta glycosidic linkage takes place. Here if you see OH group, where is a OH is one is above and another is below. How they are exactly opposite? One is above, okay, HOH, and another is what? HOH. There is elimination of water molecules takes place. Remaining is what? One oxygen remains here and it will form the glycosidic linkage. C1 C4 glycosidic linkage takes place. In this way the linkage takes place between C1 C4. C1 carbon atom of galactose will form C4 carbon atom of glucose. The beta glycosidic linkage takes place. This type of linkage takes place in only in the lactose. In all the cases it was below only, but here it will be from the C1 of this to the C4. In this way differently it will take place. C1 C4, what type of linkage here? This glycosidic, since both are beta, it is beta glycosidic linkage. Beta glycosidic linkage takes place between C1 of galactose and C4 of glucose units. Since both are beta form, hence it is known as beta glycosidic linkage. These are the three disaccharides which are very important. Maximum they ask one among these the Haworth structure. They ask you to write the Haworth structure of either glucose, fructose, galactose or sucrose, maltose, lactose. Fixed question will be for 2 marks. You should know the open chain structure. If you know open chain structure of glucose and fructose, you can write the Haworth structure for glucose, fructose, alpha form as well as beta form. Combining the Haworth structures in terms of alpha beta forms, you can write the Haworth structure for the sucrose, lactose as well as the maltose. Here if you observe this one, C1 of this glucose, it is having OHH. It will rearrange, it will form a aldehyde group, free aldehyde group. Hence lactose is a reducing sugar. Maltose is a reducing sugar. Among these three disaccharides, which is not a reducing sugar? Sucrose is not a reducing sugar. It is not having free aldehydic or ketonic because they are involved in C1 C2 alpha beta glycosidic linkage in case of sucrose. But in case of the maltose as well as lactose, at the first carbon atom it will rearrange itself and it will form a free aldehyde group. Hence the lactose as well as maltose acts as a reducing sugar. This is the Haworth structure for the lactose. Sucrose is known as the cane sugar, it is known as invert sugar, whereas maltose is known as malt sugar and lactose is known as the milk sugar. Since it is present in milk, hence it is known as milk sugar. So regarding the cellulose, starch as well as the glycogen, its biological importance we study in the next class. Thank you.